What's up, everybody? This is Kenny Cummings here, chilling with Jeff and Kenny C. Thank you for listening. And I'm joined with a lovely singer, songwriter by the name of Lainie. I've just started listening to your music for quite some time now. Like a lot of artists I know on the local scene is courtesy of RJ Meads. He does a website supporting all things Kentucky hip hop and R&B, and I made a lot of friends with people that are featured on that website. So shout out to RJ Meads and all his contributions to local music, especially on the R&B and hip hop side. Who do you consider your influences in music?
In music, I mean, that's crazy. There's a really broad spectrum of artists that I feel really inspire me. It's crazy. So I grew up only allowed to listen to like country and classic rock. So Pat Benatar has to be one of my favorites. Shania, definitely. If we're getting into like more modern day music, I really take a lot of inspiration from Travis Scott and The Weeknd. Lana Del Rey, I love how she writes. I really pay attention to the way people write. I listen to every word, everything, every innuendo, just everything that they could possibly be trying to tell their listeners. I really try and decode it and break it down. And I try to like kind of not really steal it, but I try to use kind of the tactics that they use, because I think it's just so brilliant, and everyone has their own craft and their own style. So I kind of try to blend a little bit of everyone, so it just kind of gives me my own taste and my own feel.
So you have recently released a EP, your debut EP. Very interesting title of it. It's called It Still Hurts at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that title first. What made you decide to name the EP It Still Hurts at 3 a.m.?
You know, I think you're the first person to really ask me that question. It's really funny. So the whole EP itself is a roller coaster ride. It's basically my life at the time, what I was going through. Everything is really raw. I wrote it. You can hear the whole song is just based on stuff that was happening to me at a certain time in my life. So It Still Hurts at 3 a.m. is kind of that feeling you get when you're up late and you can't think. And I think 3 a.m. is a really good time for creatives, everyone who writes songs, who's recording. I mean, it's just a time that I think where creatives are very focused and driven, and there's a lot of inspiration. It's just kind of your mind going over everything that's going on in your life, and I think it's just a super significant time of, the day. So basically It Still Hurts at 3 a.m. is what, when I was going through that, when I'm up at 3 a.m., I reflect on everything that's happened. And 3 a.m. I was just like, this is what I'm feeling. This is my emotions, everything cram-packed into an album. And It Still Hurts at 3 a.m., that whole phrase kind of stuck with me for a couple of years. And as soon as I told my partner, John, that we were going to do an EP, that I was like, I want to do an EP. I was like, I know what it is. I know that it's going to be It Still Hurts at 3 a.m. It's going to be a roller coaster ride of a point of my life that was super low, getting over that point of time, getting through that hard shit, and just being me and finding me and being happy again. So basically it starts out with Pick Up the Phone, which is probably the moodiest, most vulnerable song on the track. And then it goes to 3 a.m., which is super, super vulnerable as well. It's basically a whole situation that actually did happen in my life. And then you go to Bossy, you're getting your confidence back, and you just feel like you again. You're feeling like a boss bitch, because all of these women, I really wanted a track that salutes all of these hardworking women that I'm surrounded by, that, I'm around every day, like especially my mom. My mom is the most amazing woman I know. And I wanted a song that makes these women feel empowered and just amazing. So I found my confidence, and then, I find with Maurice and Nobody But You, the songs on the track, it's finding that new love that's a good love and it's happy love and a love that's just effortless. So it's all real things that have happened in my life, real people it's based on. It's a crazy emotional roller coaster.
Man, just hearing that alone, that definitely feels like a soundtrack. That feels like a romantic drama film.
It definitely is.
Yes.
And I have a lot of videos that are to come, and I think they're going to be very true to the song. They're going to show everything, every emotion, everything that I've written into these songs are going to be portrayed, every experience, and I think it's going to be really cool to see these songs come to life visually.
So I did get a chance to listen to a couple of songs, and I like what I hear. I like
Thank you.
very, very emotional. And what I love about music is that, when artists are willing to show different sides, like
Definitely.
and for the most part, people can relate to certain songs or a certain line or a certain point. Like, man, I know what she's talking about, what she's going through.
Yeah.
And for the ladies, this definitely feels like a soundtrack that people can relate. So it's definitely a remarkable record. The name of the EP is called "It Still Hurts at 3 a.m." by Lainie. Go pick that up. It's all over the media platforms, digital music platforms. I'm a Spotify guy, so that's what I go to listen to music. So, but go support this lady. She's incredible. So I think my favorite song probably has to be, I like Bossy, and I like and I like 3 a.m.
Really? Yeah.
I like 3 a.m. That's a nice joint as well. So
I think 3am is just one of the craziest ones that people have been like, I can relate to this, because when I wrote it, it was the first song that I wrote on the album, and it was just like, everyone's like, I know what you're going through. And I was like, really? You know what I'm going through? Like, that's just so crazy to me that people could reach out and be like, yeah, I feel you. I know what you're going through. I've been through it too.
Girl, it's like the Mary J. Blige effect. I like to call it. Like,
that's awesome.
That's like, what's the 411? No more drama.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, I feel some resemblance to this project. Especially for the ladies. That's like, I got you.
That was my goal. Goal.
and you accomplished that goal for sure.
Thank you.
So with the EP out and you got music videos on the way, what else you have in store, as far as maybe upcoming shows or anything else that you're gonna help get the word out on this EP?
Well, I definitely have a lot under my belt on the way. So right now I'm working on my next album, which is crazy. Like, I've been writing a lot. I've had a lot of inspiration because I recently moved to Atlanta and I feel really inspired, and just the people around me have really, really inspired me. So I'm working on a second album while at the same time I'm working on music videos. And I think I just did book something the other day at Downs After Dark with Ryan Marsh, who I did a song with on the EP called Nobody But You. So I think we're going to be there on July 16th, or maybe it's June 16th. That's right. June 16th, Downs After Dark. We're going to be live there. I'm really excited.
Going to my family neck of the woods in Georgia.
Yeah.
My family lives in Augusta, but they like to think of themselves as Atlanta people. And what's hilarious is that people tend to get Atlanta and Augusta confused. I don't know, maybe it's because of the A part, but my family are from Augusta, not Atlanta. But I'm just putting that out there. But did you used to live in Kentucky?
Yeah, I'm Louisville girl, born and raised.
Okay, I live in Lexington, I've lived in
Yeah.
Kentucky like most of my life. I was born in Mississippi, but then I lived in Ohio. Now I live in Kentucky, and I did live in Georgia for 6 months before moving back to Kentucky. Um,
Wow. Yep.
so yeah, I'm literally all over the place, but it's all good. And
That's the best way to be. Yeah.
so uh, now, what would your advice be to anyone that wants to get into music, or at least getting started?
You know, I guess my best advice would be there's a lot of people that you're gonna. Somebody told me this a long time ago, and I really didn't believe it. Not everyone will support you. Not everyone will like what you're gonna do. Sometimes that's even your family, and that's been true to me. I've had people in my family not like everything I put out. I've had people tell me that they like my older stuff better. But you got to keep doing what makes you happy. You have to stick to who you are, and even if that means switching up. Maybe your whole life you sang country music and you just now realize that you really want to do rock music. That's okay. Do it, because there's no limit. Creatively, there are no limits. Being outside of the box is what makes you different. It's what sets you apart. And don't ever get discouraged, because somebody out there really, really loves your music. Someone really, truly fucks with you. And that's the amazing thing about music, because it's so broad. If one person doesn't like you, the next person might. And that's what I think makes me keep going. Work ethic, keep it up always. I mean, sometimes it's easy to get distracted, but just stay on yourself, make yourself get shit done, and don't stop. That's my best advice.
Preach, girl, preach. I can relate to that as a radio DJ. You know, I've done it for 11 years, and I'm still doing it. And while some people support me, others don't, and it comes with the territory. But what's really helped me keep going is the local music scene out here in Kentucky. I just started
Oh, yeah.
supported local. I just started supporting local music 3 years ago, and along the way, I've met a lot of good people and
There's
interact with good
amazing people.
people, and some people that we are mutual friends with. So it's because of local music is that I'm still doing this, and I want to do what I can to give artists like yourself a platform to get your music out there, because there's so many talented artists locally and independently, and people don't even know. You know.
Let me just say that I have met and I work with some of the most talented people I've ever met, and they're all local, even in Indiana. It's just crazy to me, like how much talent, raw talent, there really is in this city alone. And it's people like you and even RJ Meads who just really keep that stuff. Like, you all inspire us, just reposting our stuff, giving us this platform. It's just amazing. It really is. Because, there are a lot of people who don't support, but when you have those people who call you and be like, and who are like, hey, can we post this? Can we get you on a phone call? That's just so awesome. It really is.
Absolutely, and I'll definitely looking forward to hearing more music from you in the future. I'll definitely keep an eye out for sure, and hopefully you'll come back and perform here in Kentucky one time, so I can actually see you and your lovely singing and everything. That would be cool for sure.
It's definitely.
So before I let you go, I want you to go ahead and promote your social media feeds where people can get in touch with you, and also where can people listen and purchase your music too.
Yes, so I'm Lainie, and I go by Lainie Music on IG or Lainie X Music on Twitter. That's LAINIE Music. You can find my music anywhere: Spotify, Tidal, Apple Music, even Amazon Music, everything. Just type in Lainie, LAINIE, and It Still Hurts at 3 a.m. That's the title of my album. And just follow me, give me a shout out, check out some of my stuff. I would love it. And I'm also on LainieMusic.com.
So go check all those links, and one of the most intriguing names of an album or EP that I know of, It Still Hurts at 3 a.m. Go give that a listen, and at least you got something to listen to until she released more music. So let's just call that an appetizer of what's
Oh yeah.
more to come. And Lainie, it was great chatting with you. Thank you so much for taking the time and doing this interview with me. I appreciate it. Continued success, and keep up the good work. You know, the future definitely looks bright for sure.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. It's been great talking to you.
Great chatting with you as well. Again, the name is Lainie. The EP, It Still Hurts at 3 a.m. Go get it on all digital music platforms. This is
Okay.
Kenny, and this is Kenny Cummings signing out. Check out more interviews on Chilling with Jeff and Kenny C, Saturdays from 8 to 9 on tmvcafe.com. And thank you, everyone, for listening. Take care.
Thank you all. Thanks, Kenny.
Mm-hmm.